Yuki and John's Patreon buffet.
All right, Yuki, yeah, sushi.
Yeah.
Tell me all about sushi, Yuki.
Okay, I'm not talking about you, but generally speaking, when the people say, oh, I like sushi, some people, they're talking about the raw, not the raw fish.
Yeah, well, yes, okay, so that's me. I mean, I consider sushi to be the whole thing, the rolls, the sashimi, the sushi, but so you're talking about what is specifically, what do you talk about?
Yeah, that sushi, it's really, the rice, I mean, raw fish over rice, that's the real sushi. Those raw, with the seaweed roll, that's not the sushi, that's the roll. And then inside, it's not even raw fish. It's like a cucumber or bamboo shoot, like an imitation crab. And they are not the sushi, they are roll.
But the rolls do have, like, you get like eel and avocado or spicy tuna or just tuna or Philadelphia roll. You're right, actually, they put all cream cheese and shit.
Right, see? Cream cheese. Especially like a California roll, like an imitation crab, avocado. That's a bullshit. I'm not saying, I eat it, but it's not the sushi. It's a roll.
So sushi is just a sliver of, say, tuna over the sticky, like, packed rice.
Yes, with the vinegar.
Vinegar, not soy sauce?
No, the rice.
Oh, vinegar rice. I thought you meant you had like a dipping vinegar sauce on the side. I never saw that before.
Because the Edo period, long time ago, so slows down, without the vinegar, rice goes bad quick. So that's why they started using vinegar. So food lasts longer, especially, when those people traveling, and then any weather, the food lasts longer. That's what the vinegar rice started.
Interesting, Yuki. Very fucking interesting. Okay, so that's where that started, and that's what you're technically talking about, is that's what sushi is. But then why do they call it sushi restaurants in America? We just dumb Americans who don't know what the fuck we're doing? Or did the Japanese people fool us? Or what's going on?
Well, we didn't name them. I mean, when sushi came to America, probably American business people named that, we don't say sushi bar.
You don't say sushi bar?
No, I mean, sushi counter, it's a counter. That's, you're supposed to sit in counter, then you order, you don't use the table. That's like a bullshit. No, you sit in the counter, you talk to chef directly, and then you pick, hey, I want this fish, that fish, and then in the real sushi place, there is no price.
Because the fish fluctuates, right? It's different fish prices every day.
So, if you go in the same sushi place and then you becoming regular, and then price is cheaper, even if it's say, so, they know you, you know them. So, sometimes like, hey, mister, we have something special today, It's not even in the menu. They give you from the, under the counter. And then, the same amount you eat. If it's stranger, walked-in customer, they may charge 300, but irregular, they may charge only 100. See, that's the real sushi places. That's why, you're not supposed to walk in the sushi place. You always have to go back to the same sushi place place they know you.
Okay, so that's a good thing to know, that you got to be a regular in order to get the discounts. Okay, so I didn't eat sushi until I was older. I didn't eat sushi until I was in college, because the girlfriend that I was dating at the time, she was like, "Oh, you got to try sushi." I was like, "I don't know, whatever." And we went somewhere before we were going somewhere. Like we went to sit down somewhere, and they had sushi, and she ordered like, tuna roll, this roll, that roll. And she ordered me. She's like, all I'm going to do, you like tuna, right? And I was like, yeah. I've eaten tuna fish. But she's like, it's not like tuna fish, but if you like tuna, I'm just going to get you a piece of tuna on the rice. You try it and see what happens. So I did, and I fucking loved it. And I have been addicted ever since. I had never stopped eating sushi, and I never will. I fucking love sushi. And what would you call the genre of food then? Just Japanese cuisine?
Japanese. Well, I think sushi became already, English, right? I mean, sushi, you don't need to Japanese.
Okay, so then I love sushi, and I want to fucking eat spicy tuna roll, spicy yellowtail roll. I want to eat the fucking UFO roll. I used to go to this place that had a UFO roll, and it said what was inside, and he goes, unknown, and I would eat it.
What the hell is a UFO roll? That's bullshit.
You didn't know. Nobody knew. It was unknown what was in there, but it was fucking delicious. It was probably like, the trash, the leftover trash fish that they had to get rid of for the day. But I love the salmon roe. I love fucking salmon. I love fucking spicy. What's the other one? Tempura. I love fucking. I even love a Philadelphia roll. Hey, once in a while.
Sushi and tempura. Tempura isn't the sushi, though.
But they have a shrimp tempura roll.
See, that's not the sushi. That's bullshit.
Yuki, look, it doesn't matter if it's bullshit or not. It's delicious. They wrap the fucking shrimp tempura in rice in the roll, and then I put it in my mouth and I fucking eat it, and I love it.
That's American cuisine, not the Japanese. I mean, okay, people put the tempura and then, but I'm embarrassed to call that sushi.
What about a rainbow roll? You ever have a rainbow roll?
Rainbow roll, that's, California. Somebody in California made that up.
What about, okay, I like sashimi too. So there's sometimes where I'll go, there was a place in Astoria that Liz and I used to go to, and they would have combos, and you get sashimi with like, maybe one roll, like a shrimp tempura roll or something, and like a miso soup and a seaweed salad. It was the greatest combo I ever had. And I would just get the fucking pieces of sashimi, and they were so good and fresh.
Well, that's set, sashimi and then white rice. But that rice doesn't have vinegar.
Okay.
Because it's not the sushi. You eat sashimi with rice. So
on the side.
Right. So that's not the sashimi. That's just you eat like let's say the toast and then sausage and then egg. Same way, rice and then sashimi. It's not the sushi. As long as it's separate, that's not the sushi.
Right. So Yuki, I've had some experiences with all-you-can-eat sushi. What do you think about all-you-can-eat sushi?
That's good. May not be a, great sushi, but I mean, it's cheaper way to eat it. And then, it's filled stomach. Yeah.
So I might have told you this story many years ago when I was living in Long Island. My brother and I, is
that the one that you froze the store?
Froze the store. Froze the store. I like that. It's better than you got kicked out. No, we froze the store. So yeah, me and my brother, we found out about this thing. There was this place called I think it was Mr. Sushi or something like that. And they every once in a while, for secrets for their regular customers, they would give out a password for all you can eat, but everything on the menu. Usually they had an all you can eat option for sushi or rolls. But this time they had all you can eat everything on the menu. So everything from chicken teriyaki to like the big fucking dishes of like beef and all the stuff, everything. And they had a pretty big menu. So me and my brother found out the password from this guy that we knew. And we went and we brought people with us. So it was like 5 of us. First thing that happened is the fucking guy one of the guys that we brought, I brought my girlfriend, this guy brought his girlfriend, and then my brother came with us. The fucking guy who came with us ate something, and all of a sudden he goes, oh my God, was this made with peanuts, or is there peanut sauce in here? And the sushi chef goes, yeah, that was peanuts. And he goes, I gotta go, I'm gonna die. And we're like, what? And he's like, I'm allergic to peanuts. I didn't know there was peanuts in here. I should have fucking asked beforehand. I go, I'm gonna die. And he like leaves and he drives home to like get his medicine or shoot himself with a pen or whatever the hell he had to do to survive. And we were like, should we come with you? And his girlfriend stayed with us. And she's like, no, this happens all the time. She didn't go with him. She's like, no, this happens all the time. It's fine. He'll be fine. I was like, okay. And I didn't really know that guy too well. Like, I knew him, but I didn't know him. So I was like, look, if his girlfriend's saying and if he's saying we don't have to go, so we're going to stay. So me and my brother and the 2 girls stayed, and we were eating. Now, the 2 girls ate like normal human beings, right? They ate normal. They did what they had to do. They had a little of this, a little of that. First thing I said to the sushi chef, I said, I want to try every single piece of fish that you have here. Every single one. And he goes, what? And I was like, yeah, just let me, one of each. And he was like, okay. And it's all you can eat password day. I guess I got to do it. So I and my brother, of course, he's like, I'll have 3 orders of chicken teriyaki, 4 egg rolls, 7 pieces of chicken gyoza. You know, he just fucking like listed this shit. So we were there for fucking 2.5 hours. I mean, we are big boys. And we ate like crazy to the point where the 2 girls we were with, they weren't even like mad that we were there that long. They were just amazed at what we were doing. We were crushing this place. And so in the corner, I see there's like the wait staff is like in the corner and they're having an argument. They're like, bah, 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 and they keep looking at us and they're like, bah, 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 bah. I'm like, oh shit, they're fucking angry at us for staying so long. So the fucking waitress, one of these waitresses comes over with a pad and she goes, final order. And me and my brother was like, oh. And we go, okay, why? And she goes, people are waiting. And we looked, there was nobody waiting, and there was fucking empty tables. They just wanted to get rid of us. So my brother goes, all right, I'll have 3 orders of chicken teriyaki, 4 orders of gyoza, 2 spring roll. Like, he just listed off this fucking crazy list of fucking shit. And, you know, we might have been being assholes, but I'm sorry, don't say all you can eat and then get mad when we all you can eat.
Amazing. This restaurant.
The funny thing was later down the line, it closed not long after that. But I don't think it was us. I think maybe it was just they weren't doing that great or something. I don't know why they closed, but people did blame us. But, you know, look, the thing about it, what?
Maybe not you 2 guys, but little bit part of it, I think.
Well, the price point, it was $20, all you can eat, everything on the menu. That's just from a business standpoint so stupid. I don't know how you can get away with that. There's a place I found, actually my brother found, we went there for his birthday in September. It's $35, all you can eat. Same thing. It's like all of the meals you could get. Like I got when I went there, I got short ribs. I got 3 orders of short ribs, and that's expensive beef. And you know, we're eating that shit. It's like Wagyu beef kind of shit, and it's all only for $35. You could get every kind of roll, every kind of deal, every kind of meal.
Well, usually they don't lose money, you know, because people don't eat that much. 35, you know, maybe 35. But at 35, all you can eat, you 2 brothers, you guys can eat. I saw it.
Yeah, you saw, you were there at Fogo de Chao when we went with my brother, and you were amazed at how much, like I eat, and I can eat, but he is on another fucking level. That guy.
Your brother is another level. You can eat a lot, but your brother is even, just another level.
You were great. You were mesmerized. You were like, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He kept ordering. He's like, all right, I'll have another order of this, another. And there was also the salad bar at Fogo de Chao is like, you could go up and get as much as you want and keep filling your plates. He just kept going and going and going.
Yeah. Amazing.
And his excuse is, it's meat, it's light, it's not a big deal. It's not, it's chicken, whatever. It's not a big deal. And he just fucking eat for hours and hours on end. I think even he only left that night because we all were done for like 40 minutes just watching him eat. He would have kept going.
Yeah, I thought so, but
I think he even ate like cheesecake or something when we got back to the house. He like he kept going. I've slowed down in my all-you-can-eat experiences. When I was young, when I was in my 20s or teens, I could eat like he does now. I could, but there was like a switch that went off. I used to not feel full. I seriously, it was like a trigger that all of a sudden turned on in like my mid-30s. Where I feel full now. Like there's sometimes where I eat regular dinner and I won't have a second helping. Like that's almost unheard of before I was 35. I would have 3, 4. Now it's like I feel full and I stop, and it's just because I'm aging. It's like I can't fit as much into my body or something.
Not all you can eat, but have you tried the belt conveyor sushi?
Yes. So in actually recently, last May, went to L.A. and there's this great place in downtown. There's like literally a Japanese city, like a little section, Japantown or something. I don't know what they actually call it. But they have all these stores with like manga and anime, and they have all these sushi places and tea and all this stuff. And we went to one of those conveyor belt sushi places, and it was fucking awesome. It was awesome. You just get they're like little packages, and then inside it just says what it is on top. So it'll be like, spicy tuna roll, and you pick it out, and then you slide it down this other belt, and it like sort of counts how many things you've eaten. That's how they know what to charge you.
Then they charge by plate, right? How many plates did you?
Yeah, how many plates? Well, it was me and 3 other people at my table, so we ate pretty well. I didn't go crazy because it was like lunch or whatever, so it wasn't like a crazy time. I just had like maybe like 3 rolls and a few pieces of just sushi on its own, and then they also had like little beef things, so I ate that. But the other weird thing about this conveyor belt sushi place, I wish I could remember the name, is they had no wait staff. They had robots bringing the drinks.
Robot comes.
It comes with a tray. It rolls in. It like avoids people. Slow, and then it comes to your table and it holds the tray, and you take the stuff and then it goes away. I was amazed.
Yeah, more Japanese restaurant and diner. Everybody has that robot now. I mean, I just came back from Japan like 3 months ago, and every time I place, and not a fancy place, but just okay restaurant, diner kind of place. Those place has a robot. You order with a tabloid, and the robot brings the food. So you don't see the human being. No waitress and no waiter. It's amazing.
It's amazing. That's like, we're in the future, but we're so fucking fucked up that it's almost like we're living in the past. We're in the future physically, mentally we're in the fucking past, Yuki. We are fucked up.
And then there is the one belt conveyor sushi place in Flushing.
Oh, really? In Flushing? Okay.
Last year they opened the popular conveyor place called the Kura.
Okay, I would check that out. With sushi, there's like, I don't know, like when you guys do it in Japan, can you do it from home, or do you only have to, like, do you like, would your grandmother or mother go out and get like nice fish and cut it up and serve sushi, or
You don't make sushi. I mean, it's like a special. You it's like a special technique. And then mixing with vinegar and rice. You can just do that. You don't know.
Okay,
how.
that's why you need the sushi chef. Like he's a very important element to the whole situation. He knows how to cut everything. He knows how to prepare everything.
Especially if the place has a puffer fish.
Oh yeah, you could die, right?
Yeah, so you have to have a licensed chef to, make a sashimi for you. Otherwise, you could die.
So have you? Are you afraid when you eat pufferfish, or have you eaten pufferfish?
Yeah, many times.
So you're not afraid?
No, because those licensed chef is cutting for you. So if somebody does it, I'm not gonna eat it.
But what if he messes up, Yuki?
Well, so far so good.
So far, so good. So what? That's scary. Okay, well, I think you've mentioned this before about eating the live squid or octopus, right?
Yeah.
So is that considered to be in the sushi family, or is that a whole different thing?
No, it's a whole different, because it's alive, they cut it, but you don't eat as a sushi. You eat like a seafood pot. So you cook. So, it's automatically cooking a meal, not the sushi.
Oh, I thought you ate like the raw living.
Sometimes, you eat still, because, raw squid, raw octopus, but it's not the sushi. You're just eating that way.
Okay, so it's not considered sushi because it's still alive. Sushi has to be dead.
Correct.
Okay, see, we're getting somewhere now. Stupid Americans are learning a little bit over here. Now, what's your favorite sushi, Yuki? What's like your? I remember you used to get the box when we went to that one sushi place. But what's your like favorite stuff to get?
Fatty tuna is good. Salmon, halibut, yellowtail, squid, octopus. Octopus is not raw. Octopus is like a boiled.
Yeah, there's it's I don't remember the name of it exactly, but I used to love getting they were the octopus legs that were cooked. They were so fucking delicious, and I never, like, as a younger man, I would never have eaten fucking octopus with the suction cups and all that stuff. But when I was older, there was a bunch of people eating them, and they were like, "These are so good." So I tried it, and I fucking loved it, and I don't regret it.
How about the salmon roll?
Yeah. Salmon roe. I've had that. I know what it is, and that's like the eggs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about it's fine. I eat it. Like at this point in time, the only thing I wouldn't do is probably puffer fish, because I don't want to be the one asshole who has the one chef who fucks up and kills me. And then I wouldn't do the living stuff. I wouldn't want to eat something that was alive. But if you're saying that's not sushi, then it's out of the realm anyway.
Oh, when you go to Japan, maybe.
No, I'm not eating anything alive. I'm not putting a living, squirming thing in.
They grab the fish from the tank. They make sashimi. So when sashimi show up, and it's moving, because 5 minutes ago the fish was alive. So the nervous system is still alive. So
right, the nervous system's still moving, and it's popping, and it's going, and it's still screaming, "Don't eat me!"
But it's so fresh, so it doesn't smell like a fish. It's so fresh. You should try it, sashimi. Yeah.
We'll see, Yuki. I don't know. I don't like things squirming in my mouth. I don't want things moving in my mouth and then living in my stomach and hatching.
You should try octopus or squid tentacles, that just stick in your tongue. It's fun to eat.
It's not fun to eat if it's squirming. That's just going to make me feel like guilty or something. Like, I'm not going to put a fucking cow tongue in my mouth that's moving around and twitching. I'm not going to put like a fucking chicken wing in my mouth that's still moving. I need it to be really dead. I need it to be dead as dead could be. I already have enough guilt eating animals. I feel horrible about it, but they're so delicious I can't stop.
It's not the Japanese food, but when I was in China, I ate drunken shrimp. They put the live shrimp in and then, Chinese wine. And it's so you eat that. I mean, it's really good. So you're just moving around, jumping in your mouth.
What are these fucking Snap Crackle Pop Rice Krispies? Like like the fucking fish is popping in your mouth and moving and dancing. I just can't do it. I don't know. I like completely dead or inanimate, like, lettuce. Although, what do you think, Yuki? This is off the topic a little bit, but do you think plants and vegetables and fruits are alive in a way? I mean, I know they're alive in a way, but do you think that when we eat them, do you think that they feel pain?
No, I don't think so. But they have life, right?
But I was reading some article that said the smell of an orange is it's like a reaction, a bad reaction because it's being pulled from its home on the tree, and the reaction is sort of a repellent, and it's being like, I'm in danger, but to us it smells good. I don't know if that was a fiction thing or if that's a real thing, but I remember reading that, and that's interesting. If the smell that they secrete is a secretion to say I'm in danger, but we're like, ooh, delicious, danger, and then we suck the juices out of the fucking thing while the orange is screaming for its life.
Well, I don't think that way, the veggie or orange, but I think about when you throw lobster in the boiling water and they make noise.
Well, that's fucking pure and simple torture. Yes. You have to boil it alive? Why?
Because, it's better than putting it dead.
But can't you, we kill the cows and the pigs, right? And they have the humane ways to kill the cows and the pig, pow, whatever. Can't you just, kill the lobster first, then boil it? Is it really going to ruin the meat?
I think so. Then why they put the live lobster? They never put the dead lobster. Because
chefs are sick. They're psychotic. They like to torture the fucking lobsters. And then the crabs. You ever see a video? There's a couple of videos floating around where there's crabs escaping from the pots and stuff. They make the great escape and they get out. And
do they feel pain? They
Of course they do. They're living animals. Maybe not animals, but whatever they are, crustaceans. They're alive, Yuki. I don't think a crab is sitting there going yeah, I'm cool, I'm dead. No, he's like ah!
Yeah, because they make noise, when put the lobster in the boiling water.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah, they're screaming, Yuki. They're screaming for their lives, and we boil them, and then we suck them down our fat throats like fucking...
Gram or muscle, when they throw in the heating pan, do they feel pain or heat?
Of course! What? How? If they weren't alive and they didn't feel pain, then unless they're pain receptors, maybe a clam doesn't have the same pain receptors that a lobster would. I would have to read up on this, but I have a feeling they all feel some sort of a pain. It's not because if you die, you're dying from something. And I feel like the pain is what you're dying from. Maybe not the pain, but the pressure from the boiling pressure they have to be. I'm sure that they feel it. I'm sure that they feel it in some way.
Yeah, and then plus, if it's dead, they take it out. So it has to be fresh. Even the from or muscle, if it's dead, doesn't open the shell, they take it out. And then when you opens it, that's the one you're eating it.
Right. Yeah, I remember reading something about that where it's like if it doesn't open, it's bad. You can't.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm afraid of a lot of shit, and just imagine, Yuki, we're humans, right? And some fucking aliens come down and they start eating us. They start cooking us and eating us, and they're like, oh, the only way to cook a human is to drop them in boiling acid, and fucking dude, that would be so fucking miserable. That's why I understand why people become vegans and vegetarians.
But the people eat the people too, right? Remember that the plane crashed on this mountain or something?
Right, but they didn't eat living people. They had the corpses that were dead, and then what they did was they cut the butt meat off and they ate that, and that's the rump. They cut the rump meat, and they waited until the people were dead. They didn't just kill people. They didn't say, oh, let's suck the blood out of this living guy. Like,
oh, they didn't kill. They ate only. People die faster than they ate them.
I'm pretty sure the one that you're talking about is the movie Alive, right? And it was based on a real incident, and I think there was a book about it. As far as I remember, I don't think that they murdered anybody. They just ate the people who died in the crash. They had the corpses, and they somehow preserved them using the snow. They packed them in snow.
Oh, you know who human meat tastes like? It's very sour.
Oh. Yeah, I know I joke about it, but if I was presented with the idea of eating human meat, I'm pretty sure I'd say no.
Okay.
If I was wasted and somebody's like, yeah, it's human meat, and I was like, oh, yeah, and that maybe, but if only if it was like a beef jerky, like if they had dried the human meat and it was like a beef jerky, maybe, but I would still think it was a joke.
But you want to eat it, right? If you don't eat it, you die.
Well, okay, yes. If you're talking about super strange circumstances where if I'm going to die and we're in the Alive situation and there's a plane crash and there's corpses and people will talk about shaving the butt meat and I got to eat it to live, I think in that case I would, but I would need to figure out how to make a fire and cook it. I don't think I'm eating raw butt meat.
Oh, I see.
Would you eat raw butt meat, Yuki?
No, if that's the case. If I don't eat the human meat, I die. I eat it, but I will cook. I don't think I can eat it raw.
Oh, you know what movie I watched based on your recommendation, and this just jarred it loose because talking about eating something crazy. Capricorn 1.
Uh-huh. You finally saw it?
I finally watched it, and I loved it. I thought it was such a good concept. Anybody out there who's listening, if you want to watch a crazy movie, don't read anything about it. Go into it. I didn't know what it was about, and I was very surprised by a lot of it. It kept surprising me as it went. And this isn't a spoiler, but there's one scene where somebody cuts open a snake and just bites the inside raw to survive. And that reminded me, like, would I be able to do that?
Yeah.
And I guess if I'm like super hungry and going to die, I would, but the thought of it repulses me.
Oh, that's a good movie, right?
It's a great movie, Yuki. It was like, and I didn't realize how like there's a great fucking action scene in that movie that I can't understand why people don't talk about this in the same level of like an Indiana Jones type action scene or a fucking French Connection type. It's in the top 20 greatest action scenes of all time. At the end with the helicopters and the biplane, the way that they shot that sequence is fucking unreal. And it's all, well, it's not unreal. It's all real. It was all practical. They had these, and the way that they followed the plane, it's like super close up.
Right.
It's a fucking incredible action sequence.
And then the car chase was good too, right? That's like as good as French Connection, the car chase.
The car chase was awesome. I'm not saying it wasn't awesome. It was great. It was great. And if you're talking top car chases of all time, it's in the conversation for sure. But that scene with the fucking plane and the helicopters, I was like, holy shit, this is fucking crazy. This is like something out of an Indiana Jones movie, but better in a way, because it was like modern and crazy, and Telly Savalas steals the show.
I'm so glad that you love that movie. And then plus, see, that's so now. Did they go to the moon? See.
All right, spoilers, everybody. If you want to know, spoilers. No, we won't say, but I'll tell you off camera what I think. I think yes. Yes and no. Well, okay. Have you been watching the Artemis stuff? I mean, that we're today. What we're recording is after they've returned on the Artemis 2 mission. Do you think it was faked, Yuki? Because I know that you like to bring up that maybe the moon landing was fake. Do you think that they faked the circular around the moon landing?
I can't say, but well, you know, the Armstrong, he threw me out. So
right, Neil Armstrong threw you out of his house because you asked if he went to the moon.
right.
I wish there was video of that.
I know. See, my point is, I wasn't asking because I had a doubt. You know, it's like I just wanted to, you know, him to say, yes, I did. But let's say, okay, you telling me that, hey, Yuki, I'm going Las Vegas next week. Then I see you like next month, like, 3-4 weeks later. Then when I see you, then I say, hey, John, did you go to Las Vegas? And then you say, oh, yeah, I did. What did you do? Oh, I lost 300. See, that kind of conversation I was looking for.
Right. No, yeah, I get it. You were asking an innocent question, but I'm sure he's gotten so many people fucking with him over the years that he was just fed up. He couldn't take it anymore. So you were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So to this day, you know, my answer is okay. Well, when I asked, did you go to the moon? He threw me out. That's my answer. They did or they didn't, but I'm just, you know, laying out what he did to me. And then you think the answer. That's my answer.
Well, I think that it all happened. Like I'm of the mindset that I think it would be too insanely complicated to fake something like what they just did with the Artemis 2 mission. What I didn't understand is why they couldn't just somehow hook a 24/7 stream out the window that you see everything they're seeing. Now, that's where my conspiracy brain starts to get involved. It's like they don't want us to see something 24/7 because if they see something that they don't want us to see, say a spaceship or this or that, or whatever it might be. So that I think that they do guard us from certain information. But I don't think that they fucking go to a sound stage and fake gravity, anti-gravity, fake floating, fake this, fake that. The thing that I think that they did do was they planned the Nutella thing. You saw the Nutella thing?
Yeah.
They planned that. Somebody planned to have that go across the screen so that they could be sponsored by Nutella when they got back. 100%. That was planned.
Yeah, but that was a rumor. You know, NASA asked Kubrick, "Hey, can you fake the moon landing?" And then someone said there was a letter exist.
Look, you can ask it, but I just don't believe it. It's just too. It would be so insanely complicated to keep that secret. We can't even keep secrets. Say in a fucking, you say you're on a movie set and somebody tells somebody something, the next day everybody in the whole set knows about it. Who slept with who did talk shit about that one. And so you think that they're keeping that secret, that they faked the moon landing? I highly, highly, highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. Have things been faked and stuff? Yeah, I'm sure that there has been. False flag. Maybe they faked some of the moon landing. They maybe probably didn't give us bits of information. But I think overall, yes, we fucking went to the moon. We flew around the moon. I just don't believe that it could be kept a secret.
That was the second part of the story. Did you know when NASA asked Kubrick, can you fake the moon landing? And then Kubrick says, let's go to the location.
That's fucking hilarious.
But I don't know. I mean, it's possible, right? No, it's hard to hit it.
It's too difficult, Yuki. It's I don't know. The one thing that I was confused by, and then I read into it, is like, I understand that the sun is so bright that it blacks out the sky so you can't see the stars. But they weren't like re-exposing the camera so that you can see the stars, so that they could just send us pictures. And then finally they did. When they got to the dark side of the moon, I guess they adjusted the exposure on the cameras that they had on the Artemis 2, and they gave us a picture of the stars. So then I was like, all right, at least they're trying. But, you're in space, you can't see the stars. It's a black void because of the brightness.
Well, what about the U.S. flag? There's no air on the moon, so why flag was waving? Everybody says that's the air condition.
Ah, come on. Fucking Neil Armstrong probably walked by and the vibrations made the flag wave.
What about the rock? Shadow was two direction, unless you have lighting from two different direction.
Yeah, the fucking capsule and the sun. They needed work lights on the moon, right? They needed to put something on the fucking capsule, right?
Okay, what about when that the thing is landing on the moon? Where was the camera?
When it was landing?
Yeah. Didn't we see, the when the ship was landing on the moon? Didn't we see the...
Oh, that I know, like an angle from the moon as the Apollo landed?
Yeah.
That's a good question. That I'd have to read about. I don't know. Maybe they sent a little capsule down with the fucking camera. I don't know. That one's confusing if that's actually true.
Right? So they shot like a movie.
I don't know, Yuki. I don't know.
Well, that's why I really like the Capricorn one. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, that was cool. So you know what I like is that the next few years there's going to be multiple missions. In 2027, there's going to be another Artemis mission that goes and looks at the moon, and then in 2028 they're going to actually land towards the south of the moon.
I see.
So it's all like a plan so that they could eventually use the moon to launch towards Mars.
Now, can we go to the Mars?
Yeah, I think we can. I mean, if we could go to the moon, we could go to Mars. No, that's why we have to launch from the moon.
But there is no air, right?
Yeah, there's no air on Mars, but you get a spaceship, you go there, you use the fucking things, you recycled air, you can fucking make it.
But if there is no air, how you gonna launch the rocket? I mean,
to leave orbit, like to leave. There's probably a way that you could do propulsions. I'm sure that on Mars that the atmosphere is full of all kinds of shit that they could use, like carbon dioxide, right? They could probably figure out a way to use the carbon dioxide to trigger the shit to go to...
But even the moon, there's no air, so how can they, take off from the moon?
There's got to be some fucking way that we don't know, that because we're not rocket scientists, of how they can propel off of the planet or the moon without using the same system that they would use on Earth. This just they're scientists and they're geniuses. They know what to do. It's like we're like two chimpanzees asking how to build a television. Like, we don't fucking know. We don't know anything, Yuki. They know. They're the smart ones.
Well, that's true. Fool us, no?
Fool us? Yuki, well, you know what? If it is fooling us, it's a beautiful dream. It's beautiful. I was inspired by the Artemis 2. I thought it was so cool that we're going back to do space exploration, and we're back in the realm of reaching for the stars again. Because in my lifetime, there's never been a moon expedition. I didn't realize that until, because I thought maybe when I was really young they did something, but they were doing like launching of the Hubble telescope. They had the Challenger explode. Those weren't for the moon, but I'm just saying they've been doing space stuff, but the moon has been not since, what, 1974? Or even 72. I don't remember. It's the early 70s.
68 to 69?
That's the original, but the final Apollo mission was in like 70-something.
72 or 3
or 4, yeah. Something like that. So in my lifetime, they have never done moon. And I just thought it was so cool to be alive during a moon thing. A moon expedition.
Isn't it a diversion?
A diversion from what?
Vietnam War.
Vietnam, Yuki, it's 2026. There's no fucking Vietnam War happening anymore.
No. Original moon
the
landing.
original. Well, I guess now they're like, it's a distraction from the Epstein files. It's distraction from Iran. Well, you know what? Fucking when they were conceiving of the Artemis 2 mission, nobody was talking about the fucking Epstein files. You know how long it takes to plan a mission like this? There's no way that they predicted the Iran situation when they were planning the Artemis 2. What a stupid thing to say. They're just distracting you from blah, blah, blah. Get the fuck out of here. Sometimes this is what I don't like about people and how they talk about humanity. They always use the bad shit, right? Oh, Iran's happening, the Epstein files. And yes, those are horrible things. But humans have also done incredible, beautiful things. So much that we ignore or pretend like don't exist. I like to look at the beauty and the achievements of the human race and not dwell in the horrors of it, because if you just sit there and go, it's a distraction from blah, 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 then I think you're sort of lost in the idea of what humans can accomplish. Humans can accomplish amazing things. Beautiful things. Look at the fucking shit that we're using, this technology to talk to each other from miles away. Look at the fucking poetry that's been put out, the movies that we watch, the flush toilet bowls. I mean, humans have done so much great shit, but people always dwell on the negative. And I'm not saying that the negative isn't there. What I'm saying is do both. Look at the negative and look at the positive. And the positive things that come along that humans accomplish aren't always a distraction from this and that. Just because you're obsessed with the Iran situation, just because you're obsessed with the Epstein files, doesn't mean that they launched a fucking rocket to the moon to distract you. You know how selfish that is? You have to think as a person, like they orchestrated a trip to the moon to fool you.
Yeah.
So that you didn't look at the pedophile files. Like, how fucking stupid do you really have to be? Now, yes, is there deception out there? Sure. There's deception. I mean, fucking we get deceived by people we know, Yuki. But there's also beauty. There's also great accomplishments. And you can't sit there and say every single accomplishment's made by a human being is set as a distraction. Or else we wouldn't be here in this great technological age that we live in this age where we live better than the fucking all the kings of antiquity. Kings used to live these lavish lives. We live the lives of kings, Yuki. We do. We can go out and get sushi any fucking time. We can, like, seriously, that's I turned a corner because I sort of used to be a pessimist. This is how I always describe myself. I'm a short-term pessimist and a long-term optimist. In the short term, I always feel that something's going to go wrong. You know, today there's going to be a distraction or a tragedy that's going to stop me from doing the things that I need to do. That's the short term. But I feel that in the long term, humans, the good of humans will win out of the bad. I really feel like that. I feel like good can triumph over evil most times. And like the distractions and all this sort of stuff. So, yes, are there corrupt people in the government suppressing information, doing fraud, fucking with us, like the taxes that we just paid is going to fucking horrible criminal fucking fraud shit. But that doesn't mean that we didn't land on the fucking moon.
Now, this time, they didn't land the moon, right? They went to...
You got me on a technicality, okay? You got me on a technicality. Yes, they didn't actually land on the moon. They just circled, but they were the furthest out ever. The furthest from Earth that has ever been. You don't believe it?
Well, I'm not sure.
I believe it, Yuki. And if I'm wrong, fuck it, I'm wrong. But I need some hope in my life. I need to believe in certain things, because if I don't, you know how dark it could get if you. And I'm not just talking about you. I'm talking about the collective you. If we as a human being talking about these macro things, not the micro, not the everyday stuff, the big picture, thinking that the whole thing is an illusion, the whole thing is deception, is unhealthy. It's unhealthy because then we'll never be able to do things like cure cancer or stuff like that, because there's no hope. If you have no hope, there's no fucking breakthroughs and stuff like that. And yes, are there people probably trying to suppress certain cures and stuff like that because they want to keep people hooked and keep the medicine going? Yes, I'm not saying that that's not happening, but what I'm saying is that eventually the good will triumph and that these medicines and things will be available to the public. I mean, look at AIDS. Yuki, in the fucking 80s and 90s, AIDS would kill you. Now you can live with AIDS and actually live a long life because of the medical breakthroughs.
They don't have a cure, though, right?
You can't fully cure it, but you can live with it. You can keep it at bay, and actually it's not a death sentence like it once was.
It does, like when Magic Johnson's still alive, looks healthy.
Well, he probably got the first cure. I don't know how he's magic, so he's
rich, so he can get any treatment. He can afford it, I think.
That's true. And look, again, I'm not saying that it's not nefarious. I'm not saying that there aren't people suppressing us all the time. I'm not saying that it's not a horrible life. In many ways, life is fucking horrible because of all the fucking deception and the villains and the thieves and the grifters and the fucking horrible people. But overall, in general, I like to keep the optimism that there will be a triumph of the human race, and we will travel the stars and figure out how to keep evolving and helping each other.
I like that part, but the always downside. I mean, it's always good side, but there's always, just like a coin.
Yeah, the yin and the yang, Yuki. The the light and the dark side of the Force. And, you know, the one concept from the sequel trilogy that I liked was that Rey was able to pick pieces of the dark side. She was able to confront her dark side and while also using the light side of the Force. I thought that was a concept that they should have explored even further, is that Luke, because there's that part where Luke is like, you went straight to the dark side. Like, you're fucked. And even Luke Skywalker couldn't see it. But Rey was like, no, you need the mixture. That's what life is all about. You need the dark and the light side in order to fucking... Because if you don't confront your dark side or the dark side, the light will never win. You need to know your enemy in order to succeed.
True.
So now we're going to have to call this episode Sushi and the Moon, because we started on sushi and we ended up on moon and conspiracy and all that shit.
Okay.
Well, any final thoughts on sushi and or the moon, Yuki?
So, you know, you have to know what's the real thing is. That's the thing. You know, when you eat the sushi. Don't call roll sushi, because roll isn't the sushi.
Roll is a roll. Sushi is sushi. Sashimi, sashimi.
You have to know what's what. So, same thing. You have to know what's right, what's wrong, you know.
What's real, what's fake.
Yes. You know, real news, fake news, you know, you have to know. You have to smart enough to know what's real thing, what's true.
And you have to also use a mixture of hope and despair. You have to have hope. Without hope, we're done for. Like, life without hope is death.
Exactly, like Star Wars, New Hope, always hope.
That's right. All right, so that was sushi. I love sushi. I'm gonna actually go eat some sushi in the next couple of days, Yuki. You've jarred my sushi cravings loose.
We should go eat the sushi.
Yeah. Well, anyway, okay, we want to thank everybody for joining us, for sticking with us through this meandering conversation and all of our meandering conversations, for supporting us at the Yuki and John's Patreon buffet, Yuki and John's podcast buffet. We have so many things. I'm doing the Deranged Cinema videos that everybody who's on the Patreon is able to watch, and I'm going to eventually put those out to the public. They're like little bite-sized minute and a half long videos about different movies that I like, and I use a puppet. In fact, the puppet's over here. His name is Robert Zhivago Jr. You see him behind me? Right there, Yuki? There he is. That's my Muppet puppet, and I use him. He's the host. He's like, hey, everybody, we're at Deranged Cinema. And yeah, so I've been doing those. Right now I have 49 videos. So I'm going to try to get up to 365, so I have a whole year's worth of videos. They take a little bit of time to do, but I've been doing like, you know, a few a week and just getting them done. So Deranged Cinema.
Did you go to like a Philadelphia, the festival?
No, so this Saturday I'm going to Philadelphia. This is going to come out way after this, but this Saturday is the Bloodsick Film Festival, Bloodsick Underground Film Festival, and I can't wait because there's a filmmaker there who I really admire and respect. His name is David "The Rock" Nelson, and they call him the Ed Wood of the 90s. And then later on, the Ed Wood of the 20th century. He makes these really funny, like, amateurish but funny, interesting monster movies, and the guy himself is really interesting, and he's going to be there. He's showing his new movie Gator Man, like, so it's a man with an alligator head.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really stoked for it because I haven't been to Philly in a while, and it's going to be at this art space called Philomoka. And we're showing my short film, Never Finger Bang a Wendigo. And the Never Finger Bang a Wendigo is doing really good on the festival circuit. We've now gotten into over 10 film festivals. We've won 2 major awards. We won Best of the Festival at the Denver Underground Film Festival, and we won this thing called the Intertoto Award at the Video Drunk Film Festival in Canada, which basically means the programmer's pick of the night. And then we got nominated for Best Midnight Short at the Nightmares Film Festival, which is a really reputable... I mean, they're all reputable, but Nightmares is like... They call it the can of horror. So it's like really fucking cool that we're getting recognized for our little short movie that only costs like $100 to make.
Really?
Yeah, we're getting really good. And actually, hopefully, I can't say exactly where, but there's a major New York theater that might show it as part of a program in Brooklyn. So Yuki, if that happens, you got to come out. You probably won't like the movie, but hey, what are you gonna do?
What can I do? But see it.
Yeah, you'll still see it and you'll say, "Oh, it was okay," but hey, whatever. But Never Finger Bang a Wendigo's going crazy, man. It's getting. I've never expected it because you know what it is. It's like shot on VHS camcorder, and I transferred the VHS to digital. And the look of it is different than a lot of the stuff that's out there now. Just recently, The Hollywood Reporter put out an article about this guy. I'm shooting a whole entire feature on VHS. And I'm like, what's the news? Nobody's ever stopped shooting on VHS. People like the Bloodsick in Philly keep doing it. This other guy from Pennsylvania did it with a movie called Pizza Party Massacre. The Bleeding Skull, they put out VHS features all the time. Visual Vengeance. So it's just funny how something like The Hollywood Reporter is so out of touch with actual movie making, even if it is in the underground, that they're like, big news, the fucking first VHS feature in years. No, that's like the completely untrue. Every single year. Screamwalkers. There's a great independent film called Screamwalkers that was shot all on VHS. People have been doing it for years, but the mainstream just doesn't pay attention. So it's I'm not saying it's sad. It's interesting because it'll shine a light more on these underground films, but it's just so funny that all of a sudden the major news, it's like people have been doing it since fucking forever. So
do you get the money?
Actually, I won $50 from the Intertoto Award. They sent me $50, Yuki.
Only $50?
What do you mean only? That's cool. That's fucking. It's a prize. And then the other place I won a trophy. They sent me like I don't have it here. I think I have it upstairs. It's like a little fucking trophy. It's cool. It's Yuki. It's for. I'm not expecting to make any money from a short film. What I'm expecting from it is to get enough accolades from it that I can then use that to parlay into a feature, because if I tell people I'm an award-winning filmmaker, that's different than just being like I'm an aspiring filmmaker or I'm a filmmaker. If people can see that I've won awards, then they'll be more more interested in maybe financing a feature because they could see that I could do it and then I've gotten accolades.
That's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then down the line, yeah, maybe I'll sell this short to like Alter or something, or I don't know. There's like all these new streaming platforms that accept shorts and stuff like that. So maybe I will make a couple of bucks on it down the line, and they might be more willing to take it because it's an award-winning. I could literally say the award-winning short film Never Finger Bang a Wendigo, directed by John Brennan. Never in a million years. I always thought it was just going to be something that maybe like 30 people saw and laughed at, and that was it. So,
well, it needs to be recognized. I mean,
yeah, especially because it's just a fun project. Like I wasn't really like, it wasn't hard to make. It was just fun. It was a lot of fun. So,
plus, if you spend 100, get the 50. Actually, it's 100. You spend them the 50.
Yeah, I got my entry fee back. So it's like whatever. And I already planned the budget for all the entry fees that I did. So it wasn't something like I spent thousands and thousands of dollars. No, I spent a certain amount. I did my budget.
You have to pay the entry your work?
Not all of them. There's a lot of free festivals out there, but some you have to pay. Some of the big ones like I submitted to South by Southwest. They're one of the biggest fucking festivals of the world. They didn't accept me, but they were like $60, you know.
So you pay $60 and nothing happened? That's rip-off.
No, I could write it off on my taxes, Yuki.
But still you lost the 60.
It's a write-off. I could write it off, Yuki.
Well, you can write it off, but, you know.
It reduces my taxes for the year, so that's fucking worth it. Yuki, you gotta invest in yourself in order to succeed. Don't you get it?
I understand it, but I mean, how much can you trust? What if those guys are ripping everybody off, like collecting, the entry fee, making money?
Yes. To get into your conspiracy mind, I do agree that there are probably festivals out there that collect money. That's why I don't enter into like every fucking festival I see. I enter into festivals that are well reviewed, well vetted, and have some sort of like, history. You know what I mean? Like, you know how easy it would be to start a film festival and just pocket the money? Of course, it's fucking easy as how we can do it today. Yuki and John's film festival buffet, charge everybody $30, and then just pocket the money and then say, "Oh, sorry, we're canceled this year. The venue fell through. No refunds." Or put it on in like a fucking next to a dumpster at a Wendy's. And actually, that would be an awesome film festival. If I got into a film festival where they projected the movies on the fucking brick wall next to a dumpster at a Wendy's, I would be so happy.
Can you submit like a Sundance or a Cannes?
I can, but there's no way in fucking hell I'm getting into Sundance. There's no way in hell I'm getting into Cannes. But there are genre festivals that are well known and big that I have submitted to, and I don't find out about them until over the summer. So we'll see.
Yeah, because if The Sinner was nominated for Academy, horror can be, chosen. So.
And now that the Hollywood Reporter put out the thing, a big VHS revival or whatever, yeah, it can help my movie. I'm into that for sure.
And then if it's good enough short film, then maybe, you and your movie can be nominated for Academy when the short live.
Not this one. I don't think this one's Academy material, Yuki. There's no handicapped people. There's no mentally issues. There's no Holocaust. You know what the Academy likes.
Yeah, they like, handicap, Holocaust,
racism. My movie doesn't. Actually, my movie does have a theme. It's all about men who are inherently evil, who encounter a woodland spirit who realizes that they're evil inside and decides to destroy them. So there is a theme. It's not like I didn't put a theme in there. It's just that it's not the theme that the Academy Awards is looking for, man. It's like, anyway, that's it for us today. We talked about sushi and the moon, and then we had a bonus conversation about finger banging Wendigos. But we'll see you next time at the
John and the Yuki Patreon buffet.
And never finger bang a Wendigo, because that's a bad idea.
Yuki and John's Patreon buffet.